Hello everybody, or hello comrades. It is I, Socialist Links, and I wanted to talk with you and everybody here to give a thesis of the Russian Revolution, and especially the Russian Revolution, and its importance for the proletarian movement, for the communist movement, as well as for our entire movement in today, and the entirety of the proletariat for its absolute necessity and its absolute understanding of what we can understand here. Please enjoy the video, and if you're new to my channel, possibly hit the subscribe button. And yeah, hope you enjoy. This video is also supposed to talk about Leon Trotsky, and because today is his birthday, so, November 7th, 2020. Today is his birthday, by technicality. So I wanted to say happy birthday to Leon Trotsky as well, for his importance. So that's one thing for sure. So for every other comrade and every other communist here, happy Revolution Day. The 103rd anniversary of the Russian Revolution, and happy birthday to Leon Trotsky, the absolute amazing Russian revolutionary and absolute Russian Marxist genius, alongside with Lenin during the Russian Revolution, and the man that analyzed the degeneration of the Soviet Union, despite the fact the degeneration was a lot more than just a degenerate worker state, I would say. And the absolute person that was able to analyze the importance of permanent revolution, to make the revolution permanent until capitalism is defeated. That is very much important, and this is very much the say that we have to understand here. So without further ado, let's continue. Let's get into the video. It is definitely fair to say the Russian Revolution is by far one of the most important events in human history ever. Rather the fact if you are a capitalist or a socialist/communist, the importance is absolutely there and has absolutely changed the world as we know it. However, this video is supposed to give a positive interpretation and analysis of the Russian Revolution and the masses. 1. The revolution was a mass movement of workers and peasants rising up against a bureaucratic imperialist capitalist nation that has oppressed them for so long and refused to get out of the war that cost Russia millions of lives and dollars that amounted to nothing. 2. The Bolsheviks were a mass party and was made up of the workers that seek to overthrow the state that has oppressed them through the means of building up the workers themselves. 3. This revolution couldn't have been done without the Revolutionary Party under control of the proletariat to get involved with the movement and organize the workers. The Tsar was a tyrant that had oppressed his entire population to try and retain power, only to be overthrown by a bureaucracy that has no interest for the workers. And now the workers overthrew the bureaucracy that was able to take control of their own lives for the very first time. It had established a workers' state where the workers were in power and had their own say into the politics, and was direct democratic governance with the workers and the people at the majority vote. All of it was in charge into the politics of Russia during this time. 6. It was the actual instance of democracy and the true will of the people in the control over a few groups that had oppressed them. Councils made of workers and peasants were now established in a country-wide scale and had seen them in power of the politics in Russia during this time. These were called Soviets, hence the name of the Soviet Union, Union of Soviets. 8. When the revolution was started, it was very much peaceful. Shots were only fired when they took the government completely, firing bullets in the air to celebrate their victory. It had gotten violent in 1918 when the bourgeoisie reorganized to fight the workers. That was really the only times where you can say it was very much violent. 9. It had abolished the police and the standing army and replaced them with a proletarian militia. This saw a full say into the justice system and rehabilitation systems of the people, rather than employed bureaucrats or selected bureaucrats. Rather, now the population could elect who would be in charge and had a collective say. This revolution was an absolute example of the workers can rise up against the bourgeoisie and fight them for their liberation. The 7th of November, 1917, was the day the bourgeoisie shook in the fear of the proletariat. Leon Trotsky was one of the Bolsheviks in the Russian Revolution and was elected into his leadership by the proletariat. Today marks his birthday, and so we must have a thesis of his importance to Marxism and Leninism. 1. Leon Trotsky was an extreme advocate for the people and for the rule of the working class. 2. He gave a very good analysis of the Russian Revolution and its history and the importance as well, and how we can use it for today. He has given one of the most robust, consistent, detailed, and coherent analyses of fascism and what us communists and workers must do to fight it. He perfectly analyzed the material conditions of capitalism as an economic system and the economics inherently being international, thus gives the need for an international revolution. He defended the actuality of permanent revolution and what that means against the Stalinist revisionism of socialism in one country. 6. He fought against the bureaucracy that had been established in Russia in 1925 and the capitalist facilitations in 1928 until his death by Stalin's goons in 1940. His death alone proves how weak and pathetic Joseph Stalin really was. Even when the guy was on the other side of the world, he still couldn't handle criticism from an actual Marxist and Leninist. What an absolute baby. 8. He has defended the traditions of the Revolutionary Party to be under the control of the proletariat and be the mass organization that the proletariat uses to fight against the bourgeoisie and smash the bourgeois state to create a new proletarian state. He was an extreme advocate for the power of Soviets and proletarian militias. Of course, this was an undecided for him in 1922, but he had finally come to his senses in 1923 and prior/beyond this point. If there are any people I can recommend for reading to better understand our conditions, they would be the following: Karl Marx, Frederick Engels, Vladimir Lenin, Leon Trotsky, Max Chapman, Max Chapman's works before 1956, of course, Joseph Carter, Hale Draper, Julius Jacobson, Ken Tarbach, C.L.R. James, his works before 1946, C.L.R. James, Tony Cliff, Ducon Hollis, Paul Foote, Chris Harman, John Molyneux, Alice Kalinkos, and Jonathan Neal. By reading these people, we may understand the true Marxist understanding and Marxism that the international socialist tradition provides and gives for us to understand. As Karl Marx said in his thesis of Verbach, the philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point is to change it. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. I'd very much appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I'd very much appreciate it. And again, thank you for watching this video. And I really hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna be making a bit more videos now, especially now more than ever, with the entirety of, well, the political situations right now. It's definitely very important for me and just any other Marxist or Leninist at all to give some form of analysis in these situations. And thank you for watching this video. And Socialist Links is out.